Coming up next is Terry Payne with some public information you might find interesting.
We're here today at the Ouachita Water Treatment Plant in Mountain Pine, where you'll get a rare look at some interesting facility improvements that are underway as we speak. And with me today is Engineering Project Manager Larry Merriman. Welcome, Larry.
Thank you.
And as you can see behind us, there are some changes going on here that are going to benefit the customers of the city's water system, which of course include both city and county customers. Now, as a little bit of background, Larry, how many plants produce water for the city's utility system? What's their production capacity, and what is the water source?
Well, we actually have two facilities. That would be the Ouachita plant. Obviously, you're standing here now. Our current rating by the Department of Health is 20 million gallons a day. With this project being implemented, we will be able to achieve 22.3 million per day. And the primary water source here is, of course, Upper Lake Hamilton. We also have our Lakeside facility. It's more in town, as you know, off Cedar Glades. And we use that plant to supplement this and the additional demand for up to 3 to 4 million gallons a day. It depends on a lot of factors there. And the water source there is actually Lake Ricks, the lake which we own and maintain.
So this is the newer and the bigger of the two water production plants.
Most assuredly, this is our primary plant.
Right. Well, let's talk about the completion project, the improvement project that's underway here. What is the purpose of the project, and what is happening behind us?
Well, what we've done is we instituted a project about 2 years ago. The design began, and we've implemented it since. And the primary objective is to increase the capacity for production at this plant as we see a rise in our production demand throughout the system. Primarily, you're talking about devices such as flocculators, tube settlers, and the other components involved in that to allow us to achieve that goal of 22.3.
Now, those are some words that are unfamiliar to people as they're listening to this, but we'll take a closer look at them in a little bit.
You bet.
Now, what is the expected completion date of this project?
We are currently a little ahead of schedule, and we expect to complete this project at the end of this month. At that time, this plant will be up and running, ready for our summer demand, which in the last couple of years we have seen has been record-setting each year.
Yes. Well, can you tell us a little bit more in detail what is happening right behind us here in these basins?
Yes, the basin on your side, I'll say to my right, we have just implemented this entire system. We just completed it earlier yesterday afternoon, started the water through it today. You'll see 4 troughs. Those troughs are part of the treatment process for the water, and you'll see it flowing through. And then on my left is going to be Basin 1, and Basin 1 is being fit for this implementation. We currently have some of the steel trusses in it, and then we'll be installing the other components over the next couple of weeks.
Now, once this project is completed, is it going to be producing enough water to meet the demands of our growing customer base?
We optimistically say yes. We say that for the next 3 years, if we effectively manage those things and those resources we have in place, that we'll be able to meet the system demands as they exist.
And that demand, again, is around how many million gallons per day?
Well, it varies. We had 2 days this past summer in 2011, one in June and one in August, where our combined capacity treatment was 22.6. 19.6 here for a facility rated at 20, so we were pushing the envelope.
I see. Well, as we head into summer, of course, and anticipated increased water consumption, is it time to start thinking about voluntary water conservation measures?
I think that we as a society understand the value in that. As you know, we have an ordinance in place already, and what we have done is staff has assembled, with Lance's guidance, of course, an ad hoc committee made up of concerned citizens and staff members as we review and revise our current ordinance to better reflect the demands and the situation as we see it today, where everyone understands how just vital this is.
Well, this is a very important use of taxpayer dollars to be able to maximize the production at our existing facilities before exploring additional water resources.
Agreed.
Right. Well, Larry, thank you for showing us a little bit about what is happening here at the Ouachita Water Treatment Plant. Everybody is environmentally minded these days, as you say, and is mindful of how they use water. So please look in the coming weeks and months for more information that the city will be releasing tips for voluntary water conservation as we head into the hotter months of the year. Thank you, Larry, for joining us today. And next week, we'll bring you more city news.